Hi, this is Nathan Charles, founder and managing partner of Charles Legal Services. If you're watching this video, we're probably getting pretty close to being ready to submit your I-140 package. So congratulations. I know it's been a process up to this point, but you're almost there. This video is a tutorial designed to teach you the proper way to sign your application and make sure that you've got all the proper signatures to get it so that USCIS will accept it. And so there's no back and forth with the agency that could delay your application any further. So without further ado, here we go. So what I have on the screen right now are the PDFs of the blank forms that you're going to need to sign. There are 3 forms that you have to sign in your application. It's the G28. Let's start with the G28. The G28 is the form that notifies USCIS that Charles Legal Services is acting on your behalf. That is the form that allows USCIS to answer questions when Charles Legal Services answers them on your behalf. So it's very important to sign this one, because if you don't sign this one, USCIS doesn't know that we're your attorneys, and that means that we can't track the progress of your application for you, and we can't make any inquiries of USCIS on your behalf. If USCIS doesn't see this form and doesn't see that it's signed properly, they will assume that you filed your application by yourself, and they're going to protect your privacy interest by not allowing Charles Legal Services to answer any questions. So you want to sign this. So you want to go to the 3rd page. It's page 3 out of 4 on this document, and you're going to want to sign it where indicated. Let me pull up. Here we go. So it's going to be right here that you're going to sign, and you're also going to want to date it. But that's the part that needs to be signed by you. And again, it's page 3 out of 4. All right. Let's clear that. All right. Now the next document you're going to have to sign is the actual I-140 itself. Right. This is the application for the immigrant visa, for your employment-based immigrant visa. So you got to sign this one as well. There's one signature that. Again, we're going to scroll down to page 6 out of 9. Here we are, and you're going to see this. Okay. This is going to be a little confusing because it says Part 8, statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature of the petitioner or authorized signatory and signature. What does that mean? Well, in a lot of employment-based immigrant visa applications, it's actually the employer that's applying on behalf of the worker that they want to hire. So in a lot of instances, it's going to be the company that's filling out this application. The company is going to be the actual the petitioner. And so a person that represents that company, a person who can legally represent that company, is going to be the person signing the document. Now, if you are working with Charles Legal Services, there's a good chance that you're applying for a national interest waiver. And what that national interest waiver means, what you are waiving, is the requirement of a job offer. So if you're applying for a national interest waiver, there is no employer that is going to be filing this on your behalf. You are going to be self-sponsoring, is what they're saying. We are, by filing the national interest waiver, you're trying to get the Department of Labor to say that you are such a good worker. You have skills that are so necessary to the United States that it's in the United States' national interest to waive the requirement of a job offer and let you self-sponsor. So a lot of this page is going to be irrelevant to you, but the thing that is not irrelevant is the petitioner or authorized signatory signature. So you have to make sure that that's properly signed. There we go. It's right here. This part right here. You want to make sure that you fill out this part. You want to sign it and date it appropriately. Okay. This stuff over here about authorized signatories, contact information, don't worry about that. You are not, there is no authorized signatory if it's not a company that's applying for the visa. If you are self-sponsoring as the individual who will eventually receive the visa, you are the petitioner. You do not need to worry about an authorized signatory, so don't worry about that. Okay. And then the last form that you have to fill out, and this one's a little tricky, is that Department of Labor form that I was just mentioning. All right, this is the Department of Labor form. This is the form ETA 750B. This is the form that goes to the Department of Labor for that national interest waiver. The information that we put into this form is the information necessary for the Department of Labor to determine whether or not you are a sufficiently skilled employee, that you are sufficiently skilled individual that no job offer is necessary. This is the actual application for that national interest waiver. Now, you need 2 copies of this, okay? When Charles Legal Services builds your application, they're going to put 2 signed copies of your 750B in there. One of them goes to USCIS along with your I-140, and one of them ostensibly is going to go to the Department of Labor. One of them is actually going to get forwarded by USCIS over to the Department of Labor for that national interest waiver determination. So Charles Legal Services needs from you 2 signed copies of the signature page on this one, okay? So you're going to scroll down to the second page, and you're actually going to print this page twice. You're going to print page 2 twice because we're going to need 2 signed copies. It's page 2 out of 3 right here, okay? And in addition to printing out 2 copies, you're going to have to sign each one of those 2 copies twice. So 4 total signatures, 2 copies with 2 signatures each. The first one is here. This is the declaration of the alien. If you are the applicant, you are the alien. And you're going to fill this out. You're going to fill this out. You're going to sign right here, and you're going to date right here. Okay. And then next, because again, this is going to the Department of Labor. The Department of Labor also needs to know that Charles Legal Services is your law firm, that we are your attorneys. So you also have to sign it down here. Okay. Again, you're going to sign right here, sign it, signature of alien, and date it right here. This little block right here is sort of the equivalent of the G28 for the Department of Labor, but you need to sign it twice. So, Charles Legal Services will have already filled out this block right here with our name, our company name, and the law firm name, and our contact information. But you need to sign it up here, and you need to date it over here. So again, 2 copies of the signature page for the ETA 750B with 2 signatures each for a total of 4 signatures. And if you add that to the signatures on the G28 and the I-140, that's a total of 6 signatures. You can have a signature and a date on the G28, a signature and a date on the I-140, and then 2 copies of the signature page for the ETA 750B, 2 signatures on each one of those. So 4. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Last time I checked. But that is how you're going to sign your form. So once you've done that, you should send copies of those 4 pieces of paper: the signature page from your G28, the signature page from your I-140, and then 2 copies of the signature page from your ETA 750B. Print those out, sign them appropriately, pop them in the mail, send them to Charles Legal Services. Now, again, if you need our contact information, right there, that QR code right there will get you over to my virtual card, my V card, that has our contact information. But it's also available on our website. But you're ultimately going to be mailing it back to 11313 Gainsborough Road, Potomac, Maryland, 20854 in the United States. We will take, once we receive your signature pages, we will incorporate them into your hard copy package, and we will package it up to get it out into the mail. Thank you very much for your attention. Good luck.